So, one thing that will most definitely keep you bound in a toxic parental dynamic, mother and child dynamic, or parent child dynamic is seeking validation. That's one of the things that used to frustrate me so bad, was feeling bound and feeling like I had no way out, because I didn't know who to go to, I didn't know who to turn to. So I turned to all the wrong people. I turned to all the wrong people at the wrong times, and just constantly opened up wounds, trying to get my point across, or trying to explain what's going on, how it's making me feel, how it's affecting me. And no validation came, no confirmation that, Angel, it's okay. It's okay to focus on your mental health. It's okay. You're not a bad person for getting your mental health in order, getting yourself in order. You know what I'm saying? And because I was seeking that validation so bad. I felt that thing had me so bound. And I know it's a lot of y'all out here struggling with that. Some of you may not, but I know a lot of you are struggling with that need for validation, that you're not in the wrong, that you're not a horrible person or evil, wicked, bad person for needing your space. And one of the things, when I had to step out on faith, and I lived in a hotel, I had to step out on faith. I didn't automatically have somewhere to go. Listen, if you don't have the money for a hotel, you might have to stay in a homeless shelter for a little while. You might have to, you're going to have to do what you have to do. And that's why God is going to be the main component in this process. But one way I knew God began to validate me in my decision and knowing my heart, and because as I was, detaching myself and drawing boundaries, with my mother, he backed me up by continuing to provide in the situation I was in. And another way that I knew God was validating and holding me up was the fact that I was healing. There was fruit from disconnecting myself. There was fruit. I began to heal. I began to be rebuilt and reborn. And he taught me who I was. And I had the time and space and peace of mind to start to focus on what it is God was calling me to do in life. Everything that I had always been confused about in life, God began to bring me clarity. And I would not have been able to get that clarity. I would not have been able to get that, peace that surpasses all understanding that people talk about. I just used to hear that, and it used to go in one ear and out the other, because I didn't truly understand what that meant. But as God began to give me peace and began to show me things, I started getting, revelation on who God was, and my relationship started growing in Christ because of the faith walk he had me on while I was going through this journey, of never having been out on my own like that. Fruit, I was starting to bear fruit of me separating myself. So that taught me that I was looking for validation to separate myself in all the wrong people, places, and things. I didn't need nobody's permission to separate and draw boundaries except God. And that's how I got the peace in my heart to know it was okay. It was okay. And I'm telling you, it's okay. It is okay to separate yourself and get your state of mind, get your mind, body, and soul in check, and focus on what it is, your purpose in life, what God has called you to do in life. And in order to do that, you need peace of mind. You need peace in space and tranquility. You need peace and quiet. You need a season of isolation, because there's a lot that has been done, especially if you're coming out of breaking a maternal bond is traumatic for any child when a maternal bond is broken. And God understands that, and that's going to take a whole extensive healing and mind checking and spirit checking and heart checking. There's a lot of things that goes on in a child's heart and spirit when that happens. So there's a lot of things that God is going to have to uproot, reroute, redo within you, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, so that other things in your life can start to fall in place. Because when that type of bond is broken, it affects every area of your life, whether you realize or not. It affects your other relationships in your life. You will not be able to have a healthy marriage. You will not be able to have a healthy financial life. Have a healthy home life. Being able to keep your house clean because you're always depressed or sad, mad. Never being able to be stable in any area of your life, because in the back of your mind, or in your spirit, this bond has been broken, and it's an open door to the enemy. So you have to be able to have that time to sit with God and heal these things and allow God to mend these things before there's even a thought of reconnection. So again, I'm just here to validate you and let you know by experience, it is okay. You will be okay. God is not mad at you. God is not angry with you. He does not look at it as disrespect for you to draw boundaries and have your time and space. As long as you are drawing those boundaries to spend time with Him and drawing those boundaries to grow your relationship with God and grow in your purpose and your destiny, God is not considering it disrespect. If anything, you're doing what He tells you to do, which is to put nothing or anyone before Him. And seek Him first and His righteousness, and all things will be added unto you, including the relationships in your life that you want the most. So I hope that helps somebody. Y'all know what it is. Yahweh, no way.